Hello and welcome back. All of us have used cameras, whether it be mobile phones or SLRs or the expensive ones like DSLRs. But do we know the electronics inside it? So hang on, in this video I will open up my old camera and explore the circuits used inside it and tell you what's a flash capacitor. So let's not waste our time and let's get started. Before opening and going into the internal circuitry, let's look at its peripherals. It consists of a camera roll or a film roll on which the image is printed, a image sensor which senses the image, it consists of a lens which captures the image, and a 3-volt lithium ion battery to power up the camera. There is also a DC motor as well as some gearing mechanism to rotate the roll as per the camera's command. After opening up the back case, you can see the superhero of our circuit, the flash capacitor, which basically stores the energy when the flash button is pressed, and when the button is released, it releases its energy in the form of flash. We will talk about it later and I will explain you the circuit in detail. Before opening up the entire casing, remember to wear rubber gloves so that if the capacitor is charged, it does not shock you. After opening up the entire casing, you can see there is a lot of circuitry involved in this small camera. But we are talking about flash and the flash capacitors. The main focus will be flash and the flash capacitors and not the other part of it. As we all know, flash is a form of light, but the flash we are talking about is not an LED, but it is a xenon tube filled with gas which is ionized when high voltage is applied to it using a specified circuitry. So the circuitry you are seeing on the screen is basically a flash capacitor controlling circuitry, and the black one is the flash capacitor. So now let's understand how the flash capacitor circuitry works. This is the control circuitry of flash capacitor. The main component is obviously a flash capacitor, and other equally main component is the transformer with a feedback coil. Initially the switch is off or the flash button is not pressed. Now when the switch closes or the flash button is pressed, current starts to flow through the feedback coil and the base becomes conductive now. So now the current has passed through the feedback coil, it induces a voltage in the secondary coil. So now as the base became active, the transistor acts as an electronic switch and conducts current in the form of emitter to collector via a 3-volt battery. There will be induced voltage in primary which will eventually change the voltage induced in the secondary as well as the feedback coil. This will create pulses of high volts, to be precise in kilovolts. Thus this charges the capacitor and discharges the capacitor as per the push of the flash switch. The capacitor then discharges through the xenon tube, giving a bright flash. This is a very basic flash circuit created on the breadboard. You can see when the button is pushed, the flash goes on for a second and then diminishes. The photo flash capacitor's rating can be anywhere between 100 to 300 microfarads, and the voltage rating can be anywhere between 200 to 300 volts. Now there is also an interesting component called the neon indicator light, which glows with charges and discharges when there is high voltage applied to the flash. The control circuitry of the flash capacitor is very easy to interpret and not that complex, but the two wires that goes to the xenon tube are the lines from where the capacitor discharges. So how does the xenon tube produce flash? Xenon tube has ions inside it which are ionized when electric potential is applied to it via the discharging of capacitor. It also has some complementary components, but in later videos we will experiment with the flash capacitor circuitry. So stay tuned for more updates and see you next time.